So before we go ahead and try us a couple of samples and get into some food, what have you ladies been doing since the last time I seen you?
Go to Colette first.
Actually, Colette wasn't even here the last time whenever we were at Corinne's. So what have you been doing since the last time we seen you?
Last time. Work, school. We had an event on last Friday. We sang Lovers and Friends on the stage show. Just moving.
Okay.
And learning how to use chopsticks.
Right? Private lessons.
I have a D in the class right now.
That's okay. As long as you pass your other classes.
Right. And then your baby boy had a birthday.
Yeah.
He's not a child anymore. He's an adult.
My daughter's birthday Sunday. So
he's like 4.
He's 3.
Oh, close enough.
He's grown. He's grown enough to deny me love. What about you, Natalie?
Oh, just the usual makeup, hair, regular work, denying my responsibilities.
As an adult.
Yeah. I'm supposed to be packing. I'm not packing. I'm supposed to be doing I've been doing everything except for what I'm supposed to be doing.
I saw you put some stuff for sale on Marketplace.
Yeah, but then it's sold and I haven't even linked back at the Marketplace.
I'm done with that.
I was just trying to sell my whole house. So
getting rid of everything.
Everything. Yep.
Everything must go.
Yep, everything must go sale, and I haven't been doing a good job of selling either. So
maybe next time.
It's just hard. It's hard trying to like move and sell your stuff. It's hard.
So
and I'm lazy, so
we had books and breakfast. Of course, like I told you guys last time, so we did that the last 2 weekends. We had books and breakfast, which was awesome. The Wichita Public Library came out and checked us out. Look at special treatment over here. Okay.
I'm really not packing tonight. I had plans, but no.
Canceled.
I'm Sunday fun date. I'm Monday fun day. Like, this is great.
Right? We went today, actually, we stopped and we went over to Sunflower Nutrition. Have you guys been there yet? So Tiffany Henderson, who is a teacher at Urban Preparatory Academy, her and a business partner recently opened Sunflower Nutrition, which is like where they do like the shakes. I
saw that on
diet,
Facebook.
but they do. There's something, you know what I'm saying? It's like shakes
Where
and
is
different
that?
stuff like that.
South Oliver, right?
Thank you. Because
Where?
I don't.
South Oliver.
By what?
Right off the highway, I want to say.
Is it by Churn and Burn?
Address coming soon. We'll get back to that.
Just give me a landmark.
Right? So that's pretty much been it. I've really just been working on creating this podcast because I've never had Hawaiian food before. So I'm so excited about just Chef Akamu. He has a really totally cool personality. Me and Chase came in and met with him a couple weeks ago before we wanted to, put all this together. And he was super dope before he was going on his trip out to Hawaii. So whenever we come back from our break, we are going to chop it up with him, and he's going to tell us about this delicious, what is this exactly?
Ahi Pokey.
Ahi Pokey, and this is what he gave to the ladies. It's not vegan friendly, so I'm not going to eat it, but
so good.
The girls are loving it, and Colette's never used chopsticks before, but she is dedicated to trying to learn how to use chopsticks.
Turn that D to a C. No, you got demoted. Now you're like straight up F.
The F stand for fork or failed?
Failed. Because Chef said that's blasphemous.
You can't eat it like that.
Right.
So we're going to go to a commercial break. And this commercial break, this entire podcast is brought to you by ICT Connect. So we want to give a shout out to our first sponsor for this podcast, ICT Connect. Reppin', thank you guys so much. And we will be right back.
All right, we are back, and we are still at Noble House with Chef Akamu, and we are just learning so many things behind the scenes. I wish you guys could hear all of our chitter chatter about bourbons, the Catholics, the cigars,
He's full of
everything. He's full of knowledge. He knows more than just Hawaiian food. This dude knows everything.
Right.
He knows everything, and he's so humble with his knowledge. So, all right. So, what do we got up next? We can chit chat.
Yes.
A little more.
So first of all, just bring us in and tell the people, our listeners, about your restaurant. Where are you located?
We're located at 3238 East Douglas Avenue, basically hillside of Douglas. Northeast side. Authentic Hawaiian food, Ahi Pokey.
Yummy.
We have Hawaiian plate lunch, consists of 2 scoops of rice, scoop of macaroni salad, half a pound of meat, your choice, a little pork and cabbage, huli huli chicken, chicken katsu, loco moco, very authentic dish called lau lau. It's butterfish, pork, wrapped in a tea leaf, wrapped in a taro leaf, steamed. Also comes with 2 scoops of rice and a mac. We have bacon fried rice. You can get with any of the dishes. We also
Bacon
have
fried rice?
yes.
Sounds like good.
I had to break that one down. Okay.
Sounds like yum.
And if you're vegan or vegetarian, we have a Pokey that's Portobello mushroom Pokey. Everything the same as the ahi Pokey, except take out the yellowfin tuna, put in Portobello mushroom.
And it's literally seasoned the same?
The same, actually.
Okay,
some
because-
people say it tastes better.
I would probably say that. But I tasted the rice on this, and it's fucking phenomenal. Like,
And you don't
it's
have to do
delicious.
anything to it. Like we meaning I ate our lovely friends' food because
That's what happens when you make new
yeah.
friends. You got their food.
This is community. This is
Yes.
community right here.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you don't have to do anything to the food. Like you don't like
And the drinks also. So you guys have alcohol also on
Yeah,
top
we have
of
full
that.
liquor. We have Kona Brewing. With the beers, we have Walnut Brewing Company, Walnut River Brewing Company. We have Wichita Brewing Company here, right there in the fridge. We have specialty drinks, sakatinis.
Which are delicious.
Which I
Put it on a pedestal.
killed. And I'm on to number 2.
We make, our famous Blue Hawaiian, and then we have something called the Hawaiian Mule, which is ginger beer and Sailor Jerry's.
Any non-alcoholic beverages?
Oh yeah, we
Dr.
can make
Pepper.
all those.
I'm
We
kidding.
can make all those drinks. But what we do
Sprite.
have is we have Hawaiian Sun, which is kind of like the Coca-Cola of Hawaii, and we have them not only for sale, but you can get a 6-pack, a case. We have to buy 100 cases at a time. So help me help you.
And you told us earlier that you are the only person in Kansas where you can purchase that.
Yes.
Anybody else got this in the whole entire state of Kansas? Probably in the
you know what?
Midwest. I would
It's
say.
Noble House exclusive.
What's it called? World Express. or-
World Market?
World Market has it, but they don't know why. They can't even tell me why.
Oh wow.
But they have like a 6-pack of something.
They got a 6-pack
of something, and it's only like one or like a
It's
6-pack
not a
or
lot.
2 6. That's it.
Uh-huh.
They put them out there, and then they put them out as I don't know.
It ain't the same. Just come to Noble House.
Yeah, just
come
get
to
it
Noble
over
House.
here. And have it make you a sakatini.
Like right now.
Right now.
So
Sakatini.
I'm gonna assume that you are not from Wichita.
No, I'm born and raised in Hawaii. I'm from Kauai. I left Kauai when I was 7. Went to Japan to train as a sushi chef for 10 years. Came back when I was 17, and within 3 months I had my own restaurant.
Wait, time out.
Whoa.
Wait a minute. 7 and to train as a chef.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I'm Hawaiian and Japanese, and on my mother's side, somebody's been making sushi for 200 years.
Right.
So nobody in my family, all my brothers are chefs. Nobody else is a sushi chef, so I went and did it.
Wow.
200 years. So this is a cultural tradition in your family.
Yes, but I had 15 sushi bars, and now this is my 6th Hawaiian plate lunch. And because I was trying to break it up, and now we have 99-cent sushi between 5 and 6 on Wednesdays, and just the other day we introduced 99-cent sushi from 9 to 10 on Saturday, so late night sushi.
Ooh, shut up. So
What are your
before you
hours?
go out and you get your
Get
your
your
party
food on your belly.
Yeah.
And you can get a drink. You can drink too.
Pre-game.
You can pre-game.
And
No more drive-through.
if we're feeling it on Friday or Saturday, we'll do $2 you call it well drinks. That is
Shut
a
up.
well drink. That's
And
the
it is well with my soul.
And that's the Coconut rum and
Yes, I tasted this. This is delicious.
It tastes like
I'm bouncing back and forth between
candy.
mine and yours.
It's so good.
One of my customers was like, "You gotta try this." And I was like, she goes, "Well, I accidentally put Dr. Pepper in it. Check it out." And there it is.
There it is.
It's good.
It's good.
And for $2,
I'm having one.
He's like, I'm satisfied. So how long have you been in Wichita?
3 years, 2 months, and 18 days.
Oh wow, and that's how long you said that you had this open is 3 years.
No, we were here 1 year before we opened it.
Okay.
We are starting our 3rd year like 10 days ago.
Okay. But a actual storefront restaurant is not all you have. You started with food trucks,
We
right?
started with a food truck, then we opened this, and then 6 months ago we acquired a second food truck, which is not just serving Hawaiian plate lunch, but it's a rolling sushi bar, oyster bar.
See, I remember
Get you some.
when this was being built, because I would drive by and I was always like, what is this? What is it going to be? What is it going to be? Because at the time, this was not buzzing. Now this is popping, because they got the new apartments and then, other
It's jumping
businesses
over
are
here.
open. And I would drive by and I would say, what is that? What is that? And then I've been to the food truck before, but I, not thinking, didn't put the two
It's
together.
okay. Well, it's not that far, but Noble House Hawaiian plate lunch are the trucks. Well, the big blue is Noble House Hawaiian plate lunch. Then the restaurant is Noble House Hawaiian restaurant. And Little O, the little orange one, is Noble House Express. The reason why it doesn't say Noble House Hawaiian Express, because it's now a rolling sushi bar oyster.
Which comes from your Japanese culture.
Yes.
That's so awesome, because one of my questions I was going to ask was, do you get influence from other cultures with your recipes? And obviously, since you are a mesh-up.
Yes, and Hawaiian plate lunch comes from all the different cultures work in the fields.
Okay.
So, and even we have our own language. This pigeon is slang Hawaiian, and it's made up of Hawaiian, Japanese, Chinese, Filipino, Korean, Portuguese. Anybody they brought in from wherever to work the fields. Some people didn't know how to speak to each other. So, but so-and-so had this food and they had this food, and when they took a break, they all sat down and ate together. Like we have something called manapua. Manapua is not even a Hawaiian word. It's Hawaiian, Japanese, and Chinese. Put together, it means that really good pork thing.
But everybody knows what you're saying.
Yes.
They know what you mean when you say that.
It's a steam bun with chashu pork inside.
Okay. All right, I like that. So what made you decide that Wichita was actually ready? Wichita's not the most highly known for its cultural feels. So what made you decide that you're like, yeah, Wichita's ready for Hawaiian food?
Well, it was either sushi bar or Hawaiian plate lunch. And my sushi bars used to be authentic sushi and sashimi with four plate lunch from the kitchen.
Okay.
And it was omakase, means chef's choice. Eat what I give you, don't like it, don't pay.
Don't like it, don't pay?
In 26 years, I only had 2 people say that, and it was on the same day.
Oh, it was on the same day, so you were just having an off day that maybe?
No.
They were having off taste buds. They were the problem. Clearly.
The one thing I remember mostly about that day is every time they were like, hey, this just isn't for me, because I served them 2 different things. I took a bite or 2.
They were just trying to get
And they were like, oh, I want to pay. They were like, let me pay. I'm like, no, you're good. And as soon as the one at lunch left, the customers were saying, can I have it? Can I have it? I'm like, go ahead. So something's not.
Yeah,
They didn't have cultured taste buds. That's what we're gonna.
They weren't ready.
We're gonna boil that down to that.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But Hawaiian plate lunch it's volume. It's for the masses. For lack of better words, it's Hawaiian comfort food. You got to figure 2 scoops of rice, a scoop of macaroni salad, and a half a pound of meat. Our regular plates are 2 pounds plus.
Jesus.
So
A lot of to-go plates?
well, it's always served in a to-go plate, I only served that to you because I knew you guys were going to be here. But that's the mini.
Okay.
The mini is 1 scoop of rice, 1 scoop of macaroni, and a quarter pound of meat.
Is a mini?
That's the mini.
It's plenty.
Okay, and the menus they're not on right now, but the menus aren't on right now, but everything you would see up there are here. And the best bet is a mixed plate. So you get quarter pound of this, quarter pound of this, 2 scoops of rice, fried rice or steamed rice, and then a scoop of Hawaiian macaroni salad. Now, the Hawaiian plate lunch is made up of Chinese, Japanese. I mean, of course, we have lau lau, which is traditional Japanese or traditional Hawaiian. We have ahi poke, which is traditional Hawaiian. We have, we try to stick to the formula, 2 scoops of rice and whatnot. But if you were ever to come in here and it was your first time, I would always suggest you get a mixed plate. So you can try 2 meats. The other thing is if you get a 2-pound plate, the last thing you're going to do is drive away and be like, man, I paid $11 for 2 pounds and I'm not happy. It's not going to happen.
Said no one ever. That's true.
Said me. Trust me. Said me.
You know, it's just one of those things. And we don't want you to have buyer's remorse. We want you to just feel good and go with it.
Yeah, I feel like there could be no remorse here ever. When you come to Noble House, like, first of all, the chef is hilarious, so you're constantly going to feel good.
Yeah.
Sharing the aloha 1 plate at a time. Facts. By the plate or by the martini, whichever way you want to get it.
Get both.
Get both and have a double smile.
Right.
All right, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we are going to jump into our travel conversation. Chef here has taken lots of trips. He's been around the world 3 times. He is multicultural, and so we're going to have a little conversation about travel amongst the cultural community. So we'll be right back. Hey guys, we're back. This is Queen X, the podcast, and we are here at Noble House Hawaiian Restaurant. We are chilling with Chef Akamu. He got my girls eating, what is it called again?
Ahi Pokey.
Ahi Pokey, and they are tag teaming, going back and forth. I feel like I'm just here to work the way that I'm passing this.
You just passed it.
I'm just here to pass. So what exactly is in this?
Yellowfin tuna, sweet onions, green onions, sesame seeds, sesame oil, a little bit of soy sauce, 7 Japanese spices, over 4 ounces of rice.
7 Japanese spices?
Yes.
That's why that rice, like I'm telling you, that's the only thing that I could taste. When I was eating the rice, I was like, why can I just not load this up? I'll take 2 pounds of that.
I usually leave that part out because I don't want to freak anybody out. Because when you say that, they think, oh, it's super spicy, but it
is not.
And I hate spicy. And
I don't like spicy food either.
If I would have said it to you, you'd be like, oh.
Well, when you brought it out, I wondered in my head, I was like, I wonder if it's spicy. I'm gonna eat it anyways.
just enough for taste, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So don't be afraid.
Okay, so now we're going to kind of jump into our conversation about travel. So I know that you've done a whole bunch of traveling. You said that you've been around the world 3 times. Break that down.
Have knives will travel.
Okay. Okay. Put that on a t-shirt, Chef. I'm with it.
I mean, people ask you to go places and do things. I've been to Vegas many times. Did somebody ask me to come do sushi parties or be a guest chef at wherever, whatever casino. I've been fortunate to 15 years ago when you went to Vegas and there was no sushi bars in any hotels, 90% of those sushi bars I put in.
Ooh, wow. Claim that. Yes. Y'all better put some respect on the chef's name.
Right.
I'm not playing with you.
Have knives, will travel, will install your sushi bar. Already did it in Vegas.
The new thing here in Wichita is I have a 1960 Volkswagen truck that the doors fold down and becomes a flatbed. A friend of mine right now has the Volkswagen. When I pull up to your house, We'll pull down 3 of the 4 doors. So the door on the driver's side will leave up. We'll pull it out. We'll pull out a 12-seat sushi bar, put the legs in, and it becomes a sushi bar at any of your events.
Now, how much something like that cost?
Right,
I know, right?
To be honest with you, it's at what level are you eating?
Okay, let's do
There's
a
levels
roundabout
to this.
price.
So
Right.
if you're gonna do like top shelf or medium, let's go medium. How many people? 12 people?
Sure.
24 people? Let's say 12 people. Come to your house, have some fun. Let's go 3-4 courses. You're looking at maybe $50 a head.
That's not
not
a
bad.
lot.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
I
That's
feel like I can
about
swing that.
That's about 1,000, a little over 1,000. That's
Yeah.
not bad. If
But
you
for
did
a one-of-a-kind
24,
experience,
yeah,
like
you're
this?
paying for the. I feel like you're paying for the experience.
The other thing
And I'm
is
all
is
about the experience.
We have a liquor catering license,
Mm-hmm.
so we could also.
And you can get some of this yummy goodness.
Yes.
Look, I will do a praise dance right now for that.
I got the
I'm
Dr.
with
Pepper.
that.
Can you bring the rum?
I know that's right.
Well, I mean, we have hula dancers. We have a luau
You know
here.
my friend.
We have luau once a month here.
I told you.
The halau is called hula halau ohana, means family. So the hula school of the family, and they usually do 6 to 8 dancers. They take care of us.
I know one of the dancers.
Which one?
Chandra.
Chandra's now the lead
I
dancer.
know.
Congratulations, Chandra!
And now I have to text her and be like, girl, we gave you a shout out on our podcast.
So you do that
Yeah.
here?
Well, we do it here, but like the other day, that Central Standard was releasing the Honolulu handshake at their brewery. So Noble House took care of the food, and Hula Halau Ohana came and danced. So Hawaiian food, Hawaiian beer, Hawaiian dancers.
Yes,
The
I
full-
love
the full
that.
experience.
So you
Teaches
just
lessons
don't.
too.
Oh, she does. So you literally don't have to pay for a flight out to Hawaii. You can just get with Noble House and get a whole package experience.
Trip
We
to
will
Hawaii right
bring
here.
Hawaii to
Like
you.
a for real experience.
Yeah, no appropriation going on here. We ain't
No,
doing
no.
that.
Not a party
I'm
city
Hawaiian,
type.
I'm Hawaiian, and we're not appropriating anything but my culture.
Okay,
Exactly.
so speak that. So we're talking a little bit about traveling. So I know that you've been to tons of places. I've never been anywhere international. I've done, a little traveling here and there, but I've never done solo traveling. Have you guys, ladies, y'all ever traveled solo by yourself before? Anywhere?
Went to Mexico.
By yourself?
No, sure. it wasn't.
Listen, we both like by
I'm
yourself.
sure it came with me, but
Okay.
I went. It was like an 08. I went a trip with my job. Went to Cancun. It was really nice. It was crazy.
Did you go to floating dance floor?
No, I got kind of sick on a ferry when we were going to Cozumel. It was a lot of motion.
You would be the
remember
only
that.
person I know to get sick on their vacation. on a
It was-
free
it's just
vacation.
it's like a lot of this motion, and I'm like, oh, I need to sit down. It's scary.
Well, if you
But
had
no,
some
no.
ginger, could have ate some ginger, and it would have mellowed out your equilibrium.
Nobody told me that.
We gotta take Chef Akamu everywhere.
Where's the farthest place?
Have
that you've
nice
gone?
will travel.
It's not. Well, it's in the South Pacific, but it's called Christmas Island.
Christmas.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with Christmas, but I
The whole island.
just like the
It's a
idea
whole
of,
Santa Claus.
they're like, where have you been?
Yeah.
Christmas Island. If you're super well traveled, you've been to Christmas
You've
Island.
been there.
Okay.
And it's basically like a mini Hawaii.
Really? But it's nowhere near Hawaii.
No, it's more. If you go to Tahiti, then it's take a hard left.
Hard
So
left.
it's still in the South Pacific, but
Cadillac turn. So I do feel like as a female traveling solo is a little bit dangerous. Have you ever ran into any dangers whenever you're traveling by yourself? I feel like there's a story.
There's
You
about
had-
there's
you had
about
to shake
15
somebody
stories
before?
in there.
no, it just. I mean, most of the time when I've traveled, it's been for, making food for somebody, and you meet people. You never know who's who.
Yeah, true.
Like right here in Wichita, a friend of mine as an exchange student from Romania. Next thing I know, I meet her uncle, and he's bringing us a special bottle of rum, or not rum, bourbon with gold flakes in it, because we've shared some experiences. So you just never know. And the people in Wichita are well traveled.
Okay.
It's affordable. It's, I mean, if you do it right, you can go at least 2 different vacations for a week at a time. Maybe one in the winter, one in the summer. I mean, if you're doing it right.
That's what I was thinking, because in Kansas, our cost of living is so ridiculously inexpensive compared to like pretty much everywhere else in the United States.
Right.
It makes budgeting and saving for traveling so much easier because we don't have as much overhead as, say, the people like my family that lives in Texas. My overhead here is like low compared to what they're, you know what I'm saying? How it is, how their living situation
Yeah, and
there.
Texas, what, 6 hours away? 5
Yeah,
hours
only,
away?
yeah.
I mean, and they're considered a West Coast.
Oh, are they?
Texas is considered West Coast.
Okay.
So
West side for life.
Well, like I went from Hawaii to California, and I was like, well, we went from paying this to this. Now I'm in Wichita, Kansas.
Hit the rock.
This is wonderful.
And and that's one of the reasons why Noble House Hawaiian Plate Lunch food trucks are here. And Noble House Hawaiian restaurant is here. And
This is a great place, like, to start a business, especially food, because Midwesterners like food. And then not being from Wichita, I found people in Wichita embrace people from other places. And I'm not talking, not just like internationally,
Right.
but like, I'm your neighbor. Like, I'm from Texas, and you know what I mean? And people are like, wow, okay. You know, not like wow, but like, oh, really? You're from Texas? Da, da, da. So I think this was a great place for you to start your business.
Yeah, it's one of those places.
And this is like a city town. Like, people rally around these kinds of things, and this is new, and there's not.
Oh, and they have Wichita Pride.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, yes.
You can go to a lot of different towns. I mean, when my buddy asked me to come here and consult for his steakhouse, I was like, where's Wichita?
No.
Although we had been fishing every year in Mexico for 10 years. I didn't even know what he did until I knew what he did.
Oh, wow.
And I just figured good people are good people. I mean, my best friend of 20 years, I don't know what he does. I don't care.
Yeah.
He's
He like Tommy, he ain't got a job.
No. He's an engineer or something, but I don't know.
Yeah.
He good people though.
Yeah. That's all that matters,
That's all
really.
that
Yeah.
matters.
That's all that
Good
matters.
people,
So.
and most of the people meet me at one of my restaurants, so they know what I do. And I will never ask you what you do because it's not important.
Right.
Either you're good or
Or you're not. Yeah,
And
exactly.
usually when you go to a new town, sometimes you meet the riffraff first. And you gotta sip.
Yeah.
And then, you know, and the cream always rises to the top.
Right.
I like that.
Beautiful.
I like that.
Chef Akamu is a low-key poet too. Let me find out you got a mixtape out
Sipped a
here.
little bit.
You need to bring him to your event.
Right? Do a little poetry. So we were talking about budgeting, like for taking trips. What are some of the things that you would, like advice or tips that you would give to people that are living in, you know, in Wichita where our cost of living isn't as expensive, that they can actually really budget and be able to save? Because like you said, it's not that expensive.
No, it's not that expensive, so
Just go.
I don't know, maybe my rule when I was single was work 3 months, take a couple weeks off. I mean, granted, I haven't worked for a lot of people, so
You're
being
lucky, man.
being your own boss. But you know, there's stuff that goes with that as well. But work 3 months hard, no day off, then take a week or 2 or 3.
Get that balance.
Yeah, I mean,
I firmly believe in the work-life balance. You all do that.
There has to be a
I
balanced
firmly
situation.
believe in
yeah,
that.
I just got a hold of my work-life balance. 'Cause I
Uh-huh.
have a 3-year-old.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah. I have a 25-year-old.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Okay, Chef.
I have a 25-year-old son that looks like Aquaman.
Oh, single?
And I have a 3-year-old daughter that looks like Leela.
No, that's what I was gonna say. When you said Ohio, I was like, oh, it's like Leland's.
So did you intentionally decide that you wanted to start parenting all over again? You were like, man, I really miss raising kids.
Nobody ever decided.
I feel like there's somebody out there that's just like, I really love raising kids and not sleeping at night. Let me have a baby.
No, I've got a buddy with 8 kids right now.
Mercy.
Is he in a crazy house or he's just
He's
living
right down the street.
living his best life?
He really is. He just.
Or is he Catholic? Because he might be in that basement.
And
He's the one that invited you. I knew it.
He's the one that took me
In
there.
that basement right down the sidewalk with all the bourbon.
But
Now that is hilarious.
Do you take your kids on trips with you?
oh yeah.
Oh, so they're cultured travelers. I like
Well,
that.
Like my son, if he'll speak to you, he can speak Italian, Spanish, Japanese, and English.
Yes.
Wow.
I think that's so important though. Like for I don't have any kids. I just have a dog, but I feel like my dog is very traveled. She goes places. We have been.
Other languages?
She doesn't bark.
Oh.
She
well,
doggy
that's nice.
signs. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But she
That's Boo Boo Girl on our
Oh,
She
she's
is
so cute.
adorable.
and her name is Boo Boo for a reason.
Boo for a reason.
cute.
Now I see that she has a little cooking set. It looked like she's making something happen.
Those are
Those are beach toys.
beach toys. Yeah.
Oh, that one. It looked like a
Well,
spatula.
because we got there and she didn't have any beach toys, and there was a Hawaiian auntie on the beach, and she was leaving the resort, which I've never stayed at ever in my life in Hawaii. I'm from Kauai. I went to Oahu. We're at the beach resort for maybe 20 minutes, and the auntie came over and she said, "Hey, my Barbie house, my Barbie mission."
Day 3, I'm ready
Aw.
to go. Usually about day 3, I'm like, okay, time's up.
I like that you mentioned though, like a cheap and affordable, like taking the day trips, because me and Alex have been talking about going, taking a trip to Nicodemus, which
Yeah.
is here in Kansas, which is like the first all black town in Kansas. It was like we want to take a trip there because they have a museum. And
Oh, I have a
everything,
list of
so-
places for you to go then.
Okay, yeah.
I've
I
actually
love
been.
museums. You've been to Nicodemus?
I went to Tulsa for the first time, whatever, but I wasn't here like 3 days, and my buddy who's a cigar rep, his name is Kush, we went to this
Imagine.
Nicodemus.
He took you?
Yeah, and we smoked cigars and drank rum and scotch, and it was a good time.
Oh, Kush know how to party.
His name Cook. But yeah, so I highly recommend to people who have kids, take them places, even if it's around the corner. Bring them here so they can, see and feel authentic. She's so cute. Authentic culture.
She is adorable.
So Autumn, when you have a baby, call her.
Take them everywhere.
Take them
I
everywhere.
had my baby.
I know. I'm saying take your kids somewhere.
It's important. It is important though,
It is
because
really important.
seeing other cultures like raw and in taking yourself out of your element and into somebody else's culture, it just really allows for you to humble yourself and take a step back and say, I'm in your space. I feel, this is everything about my world isn't the only way to be.
I think the shopping is
something.
amazing.
What did you say, Chef?
You might learn something.
You might learn something, and as you grow older, and it just allows for people to have more acceptance of other lifestyles, other choices that
I think it
people
allows
make.
you to connect too, to connect with people. Because as you're talking about your culture, I was telling them, I was like, oh my gosh, when I went to Hawaii, I felt like I was in another place because everyone is so proud and they're so eager and happy to share. And I just kept on saying, I can't believe I'm still in the United States. But I was with all of these people who were so proud of their culture and their history, and they want to tell you everything. And it's, once you've been there, you're not a stranger, you're Ohana, come back to me. And I forgot the name of the resort I stayed at when I was in Maui, but I got a necklace, like everything was very very traditional. It wasn't commercial, like if you go stay at the Ritz or something like that. Like when we stayed at our hotel on the Big Island, which I can't remember what it was very commercial. Yeah. And then when I got to Maui and we pulled up to our hotel and I was like, okay, this is it. And then because it was not fancy at all, but when we got in there and I was like, this is it right here. Like the way they treated us, and then we had like the brunch and they told us all of the history and the more or less like whitewashing, take it away, and then now the new wave with bringing it back. And then when we left, like I cried because we had a ceremony and they
on Full House where they had
they gave us this beautiful necklace. It was with kukui nuts, and every time you go, you get a new nut, but you get a different colored nut, because that means you're a part of the family already when you leave. But every time you come back to that resort, you get a new nut to put on your necklace. So I have my nut. It's hanging on the door, and it was right after I had been traumatized because someone broke into my home. So I like have my nut to protect, my necklace to protect me, and then I got a tiki to protect me. I got everything, and I was just like, I'm still in America. But I felt like I was in a totally different, like, if you guys get the chance to go, you should go.
On a daily basis, people ask me how long I've been in America.
Like all my life.
Are you kidding me?
But people are very,
No,
like, it's very,
you know what I say? 3 years.
Because, but when you go home, it's like totally different. It's different, but you just feel like you're somewhere else.
But the people
it's
who
great.
ask that, I just 3 years, 2 months, 18 days.
Just let them have their moment. Right.
Well, it tells me the month and the day, because I very rarely know what day it is.
To live my life like
I just know where I gotta be when I gotta be.
Do you find peace in that, like keeping things moving all the time?
Yeah. If like my life is pretty chaotic, but if I can just go, okay.
You know what?
And
It's organized
boss
chaos.
lady puts my Google Calendar. I know.
He's like, I'm on track.
I like boss.
I know that.
I know.
Everybody need boss lady.
I know what's going on. I mean, I pretty much know what's going on, and I can look and I can verify. Okay, yeah.
That's what's good.
So, Autumn and the girls are coming today. That couple that you met, they're doing their wedding on August 3rd.
I was hoping they had a summer wedding. I was like, please let them have a summer wedding with a Hawaiian theme, and they just did a noble house it out.
Well, they did. I mean, they set this up a long time ago. They just wanted to confirm. Today at lunch, these people came from Salina. They said they have 4 boys and 1 girl. And they were like, so they had the ahi poke, and then they had the pork, and he had the pork and she had the chicken. They were like, can you do this for X amount of people? Blah, blah, blah. They booked their wedding for August 17th, right then, right there.
And they just stopped in for lunch. They're like, we just want to stop
First
and
time, yeah.
That's how it happens.
That's how it happens.
That's how it happens.
But I mean, there's people who are like, well, we gotta do this. I just wrote it up right there. Said, he's like, well, how do I pay for this? I said, well, you can give me half up front. He's like, no, let's just pay for it right now. So,
blessings on blessings. I ain't mad at it.
And we did about 1,800 weddings last year, and that's not, weddings are separate from caterings. Weddings are weddings. So,
Run that number back one more time. You said what?
1,800? Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, chef. All right, what was your question?
Where's your dream place to have a restaurant? You've traveled everywhere. Like, where's the one place that you don't have a restaurant that you want to have a restaurant?
Tahiti.
Oh yeah.
He been thinking about that. He's been thinking about that.
I got to go with you. Yeah, we'll all come.
All right, Tahiti. He coming for you.
I mean, my auntie has a piece of land right on the beach,
Yes.
and
That would be amazing.
and then just call it Uncle's.
I like it.
Put a bar with poo-poos, appetizers. That's it.
Boom.
Well, I know where I'll be taking my summer vacations or my winter vacations. If it's warm, I hate the cold, so I'm going wherever Chef Akamu is at, where it's warm. When it gets to doing this outside, I'll be there. All right, so that kind of concludes on us talking about this on travel right now. So we're gonna go ahead and take a break, and this commercial break is brought to you by The Spot. We are at 2011 East Central, and we'll be right back after this commercial. To the Queen X podcast. We are here at Noble House Hawaiian Restaurant with Chef Akamu. We've been over here chilling. We've got our friends over here chopping it up, eating with us. We had just a good time over here at Noble House. So now we're going into our wrap-up segment, which is brought to you by our sponsor, Chase Me If You Can, behind the camera over here, catching all the dope footage. So we're gonna hop into our wrap-up. So our wrap-up on the travel segment is basically get off your Facebook, get off your ass, go experience culture, go experience
It's
community.
in your backyard.
It can be right in your backyard, and come down to Noble House, really, because you get a cultural experience down here. The people here are just culturally accepting. It's the first time I met Ryan tonight, and we've had a great conversation. We've been chopping it up. He's one of my new favorite people. So
He's handing out chopstick tutorials.
right, come down here and get Colette's actually been getting some pointers.
Girl, don't put that on the camera. You just go home and you practice and you come back strong. You come back strong next time.
She gonna master that.
Don't put that on
Believe
the camera.
So now we're gonna go ahead and go into our Black Business Spotlight for this week, and our Black Business Spotlight goes to none other than our very own Natalie with Bougie Beauty. So me and Colette are rocking our t-shirts. Natalie has we got these t-shirts from her. Mine says self-care. What does yours say?
Envision your best life.
Envision your best life, and this is actually a collaborative effort between you and Oso Amber.
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your brand, Natalie.
Okay, so my brand is Bougie Beauty Hair and Makeup Artistry. I am a hair and makeup artist, and I decided that I wanted to, branch out a little bit more, give the people a little bit of something else beyond hair and makeup. So the Envision Your Best Life shirt actually came about last year because I became a certified vision board facilitator. So helping people create not just a beautiful face, beautiful hair, but create a beautiful life, which is all encompassing of everything. So like traveling, getting your money right, like all of the things that, make you feel like you're living your best life. You can learn in that class. So it's more than just hair and makeup when you get with Bougie Beauty. Then self-care. I am the self-professed self-care queen. Like I have self-care Sunday, which usually consists of nothing. So, through self-care, the big thing with self-care is not always getting like a pedicure, getting a manicure, getting your nails done. It's not that. It's like taking care of your inside, taking care of your mental, taking care of your financial, taking care of your health, all of those things. That's self-care. So it's more than just worrying about the exterior. And then the shirt that I have on today that you guys probably really can't see very well, but I say this to everyone because I am late everywhere I go. I cannot be on time. And today Autumn tried to give me a little compliment, and I was like, girl, I don't know, because I was asking her what time we're supposed to be here, and I said, is it 6:30? And she said, yes, you're always on time. I was late today, but my motto is, 'tis better to be late than ratchet. So you can, okay, so this is my shirt. So, yeah. So yes. So you can get that. I mean, because if you're gonna be late, you may as well look good and make an entrance. Don't be. I always tell my friends, if you're gonna be late, don't come in here looking regular. Like you gotta give me something with this late thing. So on top of that, I've got I just came out with a new product. I haven't shown it yet, but coffee mugs for people who may not be into t-shirts. I've got coffee mugs that say this slogan here. Some more items are coming out with me and Amber. And Amber actually lives in Nashville, and she's one of my good friends. I met her through work. So
Oh, well, shout out to Amber. Congratulations on your collaborative effort.
Yes.
And congratulations on being our Black Business Spotlight.
Thank you.
Such an honor.
Thanks.
So, what's your Instagram? Like, how can people find you and order and all that
So
stuff?
you can find me on Instagram at Bougie Beauty HM. The H and the M is for hair and makeup. You can also find me on Facebook. It's just Bougie Beauty Hair and Makeup Artistry. And then I am currently setting up a big cartel link so that you guys can go and you can visit the site. So I will share that with you, and then you can share that on our page and on our Instagram and everywhere, so people can get these shirts. But the shirts, all the shirts, the vision board classes, the mugs, all that is ready to go. You want one? Holla at me. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Yes. So today is Natalie's last live show with us. She'll still be featured on the Queen X podcast, but we are losing her on a in-person basis. But it's for good reasons. Natalie got a huge, wonderful opportunity, so she's gonna be taking that up and she's gonna be leaving us.
But I'll be back. I'm going back home to Texas. Yeah, so I'll be going back to Texas. I'm excited, but I'm sad. Like, my last days, I was like, I kind of like this place.
You've been here. This has been home for you for
12 years.
12 years.
So I've been talking to like all my friends. I'm like, y'all gonna have to get me reacquainted with the city, because leave it up to me, I'll stay at home. So
She will. Please don't let her stay at home. So moving into our next segment, this is everybody's favorite segment. This is probably the longest segment.
This is the longest we've ever had.
Long list for me. Oh yeah, we'll get into that. So now we're gonna move into our community events. So I have a long list, my community events.
Listen carefully.
Listen carefully, take notes. Rewind this if you need to. February 21st from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. It is Kansas Black Legislative Day at downtown Topeka Capitol. It's $25 for the tickets for that. You're gonna learn legislative issues and how African Americans are affected by those issues. You can meet other community leaders, and there's gonna be advocacy training. February 22nd, 7 to 9 p.m., Lyrics and Laugh Volume 12 is going down at Barleycorns. Are you going to be performing this time, Colette?
No, I'm not.
So,
But I'm
Colette,
gonna be there with my
she
crew.
will not be blessing you with her angelic voice this time, but trust me, it's coming soon. Then we're going to push our way on over. Be prepared for this. Saturday, February 23rd, which is going to be the busiest day of my life. We're gonna start at 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. There's a breakfast to go by Dewan McFall. He is doing, this is a fundraiser for the Battalion Scholarship. So if you want to support him and help him out, it's 9 to 11. And I will post the link on the ICT Connect Radio Facebook page.
Cute little boy. You guys need to support him. 3.4 GPA at East High School.
Mom is amazing.
Mom is
Yes.
absolutely amazing.
What the lady said.
Quality
Okay.
young man. Quality young man.
Followed up at 11 a.m. There's a Bikini Booty Blast. This is a free class by
What the heck?
so this is
You coming, Ryan?
he's like
My schedule.
it starts at 11. This is a free class by Victoria Akpan. She was featured
What's a
on, I
class
think,
on
like our
stupid
second episode. Victoria came
Oh
on
yeah,
with us.
I just saw her at the women's fair.
At the women's fair,
Okay,
yep.
yeah.
So
She's a
that
fitness
goes down
model.
at Top Crop Barbell. Then at the Maya Angelou Library from 2 to 3 p.m. there is the African Royalty Paint Party. So Priscilla Brown is going to be doing a painting. It's all for kids. She's going to be doing a painting, and then I'm going to do like a little lesson on Mansa Musa for the kids. But it's sold out. But I still want to let you guys know that it's happening, and congratulations to Maya Angelou for putting that on.
And you can Facebook Live it. So that
Yeah, on
you
Facebook
can attend
Live.
on Facebook.
If you want to know about Mansa Musa, I'll teach you. And then from 4 to 6 p.m. there is the Taking Action on Violence Youth Cipher and Community Meeting, and this is happening at the center. And my beautiful, attractive husband is going to be there. He's going to be on the panel, but there's going to be a ton of other people that are going to be on the panel, and it's all about yes. And this is being put on by the Seed Houses, one of our programs called Progeny. So that starts at 4 p.m.
Support the Seed House.
Always. And then from 6 to 10 p.m. there is the 22nd annual HBCU banquet going down at the Hyatt Regency. Those tickets are $50.
Support your HBCUs.
Where did you go?
I am a product. The Texas Southern University.
Then from 7 to 9 p.m. True Poetry Presents is doing the inaugural Shock City Slam. That's going down at Barleycorns. That is $10. Right. From 7:30 to 10 p.m. is the Blackout Art Show at Wave. That's $10. So United Vibes is going to be a sponsor for that. And there are tons of local Black artists that are putting this show on. It's going to be a dope exhibit. If you are not there, we're not going to be friends no more. I can't support you if you're not out here supporting local artists. No, I'm playing, but I will be kind of a little ticked off. Then from 9 to 1, Infinite Layers is playing at the Shamrock.
They're bomb. I went to see them on Friday.
Oh,
did you?
Everybody went. Apparently.
Yeah, that was a poppin' show. Borges is a new place downtown. They're pretty poppin'.
We did the opening.
You did the opening?
Oh my gosh, it's so pretty in there.
He
Like,
everywhere.
They totally changed that place. It's
Chef
very
is
good.
everywhere.
Then from 9:30 p.m. till 1 a.m. Sean Bolden and Interplay, they're gonna be at Borges from 9:30 to 1.
Oh, that's a good band too. Well, I know a couple of people that are in that band, so it's good.
Yeah, I know Sean too. And then on February 25th, from 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. is the Biz Women Mentoring Monday at Wichita Business Journal. That, I think it's a free event. I didn't see any ticket prices or anything when I looked online. If that's not free, I'll update it and let you guys know. But I figured that was enough events to share with you guys for the time now. So next Monday.
My birthday is on February 24th, so 15th birthday.
Happy
Feliz
15th
cumpleaños.
birthday!
Thank you. It's my birthday.
Next
Friday.
Next Friday. So happy birthday to Natalie, because we won't
You
be
gotta
here.
do something for your birthday.
Well, I'm gonna when I come.
Come here.
Well, I'm moving this week, but I'm coming back 2 times in February, and then I'll be back every 6 weeks. So
We'll be
can have
spending.
some
We'll
fun.
still get to spend some time.
I want to go to the humidor.
I love the art in here. Like the bathroom was amazing.
That's Boss Lady.
That's so pretty.
Boss Lady takes care of
all of that.
Boss lady keeps this
I like her.
everything
She keeps
together.
everything moving.
Boss lady keeps everything together.
Okay, so now
If
is
she wasn't at Hula right now for her and my 3-year-old, she would be there.
okay. She's that important.
Oh, yeah.
She's
I love it.
she
She's
keeps
the
it all
whole-
together. That's
Okay.
why her name is
Is-
Boss Lady.
Is she the one that I've been emailing? That's what I'm talking about. She be on point. I feel it. All right,
Don't call her
so
Boss Lady for nothing.
now is the moment of truth. I have to know, ladies, what do you think about the food?
Amazing.
Duh.
Like Tommy Pickles.
Amazing. I love it, and I love my drink. So
I want to try that strawberry
Plural.
drink, but definitely everybody needs to come.
everybody needs to come here, like for real.
Seal of approval. All right.
There's no alcohol.
There's no alcohol.
No,
There
girl.
you go. She's like, "Can you
Strawberry
try?"
passion fruit.
I don't want to be standing on top of his table.
There might be a bad thing, you know. But no, seriously, like the food was
Thank you.
great. It was great. It was great. It was great.
So before we go ahead and head out, Chef Akamu, you want to let people know where they can follow you, what your hours are, anything that you want to let them know you have coming up this upcoming week?
This upcoming week, we have 99-cent sushi on Wednesday from 5 to 6. We have 99-cent oysters on the half shell, as many as you want, on Thursdays. Friday night will be $2.99 for Aloha Friday. Any Kona Brewing, Cocoa Brown,
This drink.
Kanaha. We have $2 U college from 5 to close Friday and Saturdays.
That is
And then Saturday, we just started last Saturday, 99-cent sushi, late night sushi from 9 to 10.
All right.
What are your
Heard it from the
hours?
man.
Normal hours, 11, Monday through Thursday, 11 to 8 p.m. Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And then in March, we'll start doing lunch 11 to 3 on Sundays.
All right. And your food trucks, you guys are, we can rent those out also.
Yep.
All right. So if you're having a party or
hire
something.
us, whatever, just give us a call. Go to Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Twitter is how you can keep up with the food truck location, right?
Everything.
Okay. And what's your Twitter handle and your Instagram handle? Do you know, or should I ask Ryan?
Right there.
Ryan's like a
Noble House.
So on Twitter, it's Noble House HPL, and then on Instagram, it's Noble_House_HPL. All right.
Follow.
Thank you so much, Chef Akamu.
Thank you
appreciate
so
you
much.
This was rad. Awesome. All right, guys.
And don't forget our friends.
Oh yes, thank you guys so much.
Ryan
for
and
doing
Liz.
this. Having a good time with us
And letting us eat out of your food.
Yeah. Your community plate.
Right. We are Ohana.
All right, guys. Well, this is the Queen X Podcast. We are signing out. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Queen X Pod. Make sure you follow us on Facebook at Queen X. And we will be back on the 4th of March. I think, March 4th is going to be when our next episode is. If you are interested in having your music featured or you want to be a guest on the podcast, email me at hello@queenx.co. And shout out to all of our sponsors. Shout out to the Noble House Hawaiian Restaurant. Shout out to Chase Me If You Can Productions. Shout out to ICT Connect Radio. And shout out to The Spot. All right, guys, we are out.
Keep it baller.